Start to sail on these ocean waves.
Yeah, today we are going to compare Redmi K30 Ultra and Google Pixel 4a. I have taken all the photos in auto mode with auto HDR on. If you find this video useful, then please click on the like button. Okay, I forgot that I was wearing a mask and recorded sounds were very much muffled and distorted. Now check white balance, exposure and color grading very carefully for a few seconds.
Where this water's clear, yeah.
Do you see the differences? On the right, that's true quality. I thought there is no stabilization on both of these two smartphones' front sensor, but it seems very much stabilized on Pixel 4a. Skin tone and clothing colors are not only close to reality, it's truly true to life on Pixel 4a, and on Redmi K30 Ultra, it's a bit far from reality. When I have checked carefully, I have found more details and sharpness on the video recorded by Google Pixel 4a. There's really a drastic difference. It's not only exposure, there is focus management and post-processing related to this final outcome. Now, don't just directly say Redmi K30 Ultra is bad, cause it's actually pretty good among its rivals. The thing is, this Google Pixel 4a is from a upper league. Yes, it comes with the older mid-range processor, but it got all the engineering and software optimization to compete with true flagships. We have to remember about the price tag and other performance when we do our judgment and get to a verdict. As I have mentioned about the white balance and exposure, Redmi K30 Ultra and Google Pixel 4a white balance changes randomly. It jumps back and forth and there is a bit saturation on Redmi K30 Ultra, which made the differences more visible. If you don't know yet, then okay, Google Pixel 4a comes with a very old Sony IMX363 12.2 megapixel sensor and Redmi K30 Ultra comes with a newer Sony IMX682 64 megapixel main sensor. I am really not that surprised to see this drastic difference. Google Pixel series is known for its camera capabilities and Google Pixel 4a is no different than its brothers. Yes, stock camera application matters and that's why a lot of people wanna use Gcam. Now check these cropped images, check the structural details at the background, sky and the clouds. Then yeah, check the skin tone of the model. Do you see the differences? Yeah, even at a glance, Google Pixel 4a looks better to me. What do you think? I know there are fanboys around and they may argue that one image means nothing. Yeah, here is another cropped in image and the differences are visible. For sure, Redmi has really improved its camera with improved texture processing and color rendering, but this is still not enough to beat a Google Pixel phone. Wider dynamic range, almost perfect exposure, great details, sharpness and details in the shadows. Everything is better on Google Pixel 4a. And really, I am having hard time to find an issue. Now let me make things easy for you. I have taken pictures with 6 different mid-range smartphones at the same time, and considering the condition and performance of other mid-range smartphones, I would say Redmi K30 Ultra really did good. It would stand within the top 3, while Google Pixel 4a would compete with one another smartphone for the top position. I say this a lot of times, and once again, a lot depends on personal preference, a lot depends on what you do with the pictures you take with your smartphones. But one thing we have to agree that higher dynamic range and more details and textures, we all want these in all the images. Like Google Pixel 3 and 3a, Pixel 4a also crops in a bit when switching to portrait mode. Portraits are truly amazing, considering that this smartphone comes with only one sensor, while Redmi K30 Ultra comes with 4 sensors. Synthesized blur on Google Pixel 4a is surprisingly good. It's creamy and not blurry. Bokeh makes portrait photos look creative. Not only that, subject is always in focus, subject always have a lot of details, color rendition for both subject and background is pretty good. It's close to reality. Edge detection is also better than Redmi K30 Ultra, but I must say, it's not as good as Google Pixel 4 or Pixel 4 XL. Sometimes there are artifacts on the edges, but that's very rare. Redmi K30 Ultra did good within its limitation, and at a glance the differences are not that drastic. I mean, you need to crop in to get the differences. Pixel 4a comes with one sensor and that one got OIS. Redmi K30 Ultra got 4 sensors without any optical image stabilization. Rear camera video performance of Redmi K30 Ultra is way better than its front camera video performance. In fact, it outperforms almost all other mid-range smartphones within its price range, especially in daytime video. However, side by side with Pixel 4a, Redmi K30 Ultra loses due to its white balance issue. I cannot ignore that Pixel 4a with an older sensor grabbed more details and processed more textures. Yeah, the differences are minimum until we try to run and record a video. Yeah, these videos are recorded at 1080p 30 frames per second and ultra stabilization was enabled on Redmi K30 Ultra. What do you think? Don't forget to make a comment, and if you aren't subscribed to this channel, then please subscribe to this channel for more camera comparison and smartphone review videos. It is no secret and it is very difficult to disagree that Google Pixel smartphones offers one of the best low light or night mode photos with its magical post-processing. Google Pixel has developed one of the best denoising algorithm and exposure management. It detects well-lit areas in the darkness and uses its software to get to the perfect balance between contrast and white balance. It offers true black and gets the most details in the shadows possible. This is not surprising. What surprised me is Redmi K30 Ultra. Actually, I did not expect this much from K30 Ultra and now I am a bit shocked. Yes, after cropping in, we can see that there are differences. Pixel 4a images are sharper, but in terms of details, K30 Ultra fought neck and neck. Even sometimes it got more details and textures. But wait, I had to grab a few times to get a perfect shot on Redmi K30 Ultra, cause performance of K30 Ultra is inconsistent while Pixel 4a continues to generate the same result on every click. Moving on to the selfie camera, and wait, again I'm surprised. I have checked twice and yes, the images on the right are grabbed with Google Pixel 4a, and this Pixel smartphone actually softened the look of facial features. This is not beautification, but as we all know that Pixel smartphones always grab more details and that may sometimes lead to a less lucrative selfie. Now here comes the change. It is still more natural, skin tone is close to reality and background have way more details. Selfie portraits are similar. Color tone, details and sharpness is really better on Google Pixel 4a. I am not that surprised to see that Redmi K30 Ultra sometimes misses the focus and exposure when there is harsh lighting at the background. Edge detection on both is similar, but Pixel 4a does good to blend in the edges with the separation line. We will wrap up with an indoor 1080p 30 frames per second video. Yes, I have intentionally chosen this harsh lighting condition and the truth is, both failed. I knew that with exposure issues, Redmi K30 Ultra wouldn't do anything better, but I had better expectations from Pixel 4a. Yes, in comparison to K30 Ultra, it did lot better to keep exposure, white balance and saturation in line, but that is way behind than Pixel 4 or any other flagship class smartphones. Okay, don't forget to make a comment and share your thoughts and ideas. If you aren't subscribed to this channel, then please subscribe to this channel for more camera comparison and smartphone review videos.
This must be fate, must be a sign, so lost here.